And welcome to another power-packed Phillips podcast. Let's get started. If you would, please take out your spiral. This podcast will be on lesson 9.5. So we're going to add this to our notes for lesson 9.5. Please write in your notes, lesson 9.5, reading scientific notation. Lesson 9.5, we're going to talk about scientific notation. Scientific notation is a number or mixed decimal that is at least 1 but less than 10. So scientific notation is a number or a mixed decimal that is at least 1 but less than 10, and it's also multiplied by a power of 10. So let's take a look at a couple examples here. First example is 5.9 times 10 to the negative 6 power. Ask yourself, if this was money, is $5.90 at least $1 but less than $10? Absolutely. $5.90 is between $1 and $10. So this is written in scientific notation. Take a look at your second example. 0.9 times 10 to the 8th power. 0.9 is like 9 dimes, 9/10 of a dollar. Nice. Stop, bears. 90 cents is not between $1 and $10. So this is not written in scientific notation. Why? Because it's not written between 1 and 10. This is 90 cents. 90 cents is not between 1 and 10. Two important rules when working with scientific notation. So if you need to, pause the podcast and copy it in your notes. If the exponent is negative, you're going to move the decimal to the left. If the exponent is negative, move the decimal to the left. If the exponent is positive, move the decimal to the right. If the exponent is positive, move the decimal to the right. So please make sure you've added that to your notes. First example I'd like you to copy in your notes. Please write 3.22 times 10 to the negative 4th power. This is in scientific notation. We are going to write our answer in standard form. So first thing I notice is that my exponent is negative. If my exponent is negative, I'm going to move the decimal point to the left. So I'm going to move the decimal 4 places to the left. Why am I going to the left? Because it's negative. Why am I going 4 places? Because my exponent here is a negative 4. So, visual people, I'm going to move the decimal 4 places to the left. So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4. My decimal has moved in my number, so I'm going to cross this one out. It's now at the beginning, or all the way to the left, and I'm going to fill in the empty spots with zeros. So please fill in all the empty spots with zeros. I cannot put a 0 here because a 3 takes its place. Now what I can do is I can put a 0 right here for the ones place for a placeholder. So my answer in standard form would be 0.000322. Remember, this 0 right here at the front is just the placeholder in front of the decimal. So this is scientific notation. This is standard form. They are equivalent. One is not bigger than the other. They are equivalent. Second example I would like you to write in your notes. Please write 9.9 times 10 to the negative 5th power. This is scientific notation. We are going to write our answer in standard form. So, same thing as the last problem. I notice that I have a negative exponent. So I'm going to move the decimal point to the left. More specifically, I'm going to move 5 places to the left because my exponent is a negative 5. move the decimal 5 places to the left. Visual people, I'm moving the decimal to the left 5 places or 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My decimal now goes here. I will cross out this decimal because it has moved. Just like the last problem, I'm going to fill in the empty spaces with zeros. And I'm going to throw an extra 0 right here to be my placeholder in front or to the left of the decimal. So my answer is 0.000099. Remember, this 0 in front is just a placeholder. So this was scientific notation. This is standard form. They are equivalent. Nice. Da bears. Alrighty guys, example number 3. Hey, wait, don't do this. Why? You know why, because doubles without Derrick Rose. Don't remind me. I'll get really angry and it'll hack me off. Are on tonight against the 76ers. Go Chicago Bulls. Doubles. I digress. I apologize. Please write 7.9 times 10 to the 5th power on your paper. This is our 3rd example. Please write it on your paper. This is scientific notation. We are going to write our answer in standard form. Notice that I have a positive exponent. So I'm going to move my decimal 5 places to the right. If the exponent is positive, move the decimal to the right. I will move my decimal to the right this time because it is a positive exponent. Visual people, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Decimal goes here. I can scribble this one out. Just like I did before, I'm going to fill in the empty spots with zeros. You cannot put a 0 here because the 9 is already in that spot. Let's get rid of our infinite cloner. Bada bing, bada boom. Now that my decimal is all the way to the right, I don't need my decimal anymore. So my answer in standard form is 790,000. Nice. Da bulls or da bears. Scientific notation, standard form. Alrighty peeps, last example. Please write on your paper 6 times 10 to the 7th power. Notice again that my exponent is positive. I'm going to move the decimal 7 places to the right. If you don't see a decimal, you can put one here at the end of the number. If you don't see a decimal, you are allowed to write a decimal to the right of the number right here. So I'm going to move my decimal to the right 7 times. Visual people, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Fill in my empty spots with zeros. There we go. Touching it up. Looks pretty good to me. Now that I move the decimal 7 places to the right, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now some of you might get a little confused, so pay attention. You might say, but Mr. Phillips, why didn't you put a decimal here at the end? Once my decimal is all the way to the right and I don't have any numbers behind it, I really don't need a decimal anymore. You can tell it to disappear. Scientific notation, standard form, they are equivalent. This is not bigger, this is not smaller, this is not bigger, this is not smaller. They are equal. Very good. Alright guys, I am out of here. Why? Because I have to go make my get well soon card for D Rose. Wah, 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 wah. It's just not in the cards for the Bulls to make the playoffs this year, but I'm sure he'll be back next year. doubles. If you guys would, please make sure your podcast has been rewound and return your iPod to the case. TY, later.